Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm a little bit bright over here because we're mostly going to be talking about my desk setup over here. I like to call this the Battlestation's meme desk because it's the most commonly recommended and most frequent entry into that subreddit. It is made by three parts from IKEA. It's a little bit more expensive than your typical desk that you can buy from Target or anything like that. For the quality and the fact that you get real wood, it is very affordable in that realm. And I'll also be going through a quick little desk tour of the things I put on my desk to make it a fully working office or gamer battle station, whatever you want to call it. I do my work here, I do my gaming here, I just do my computer stuff here. So let's go through the little tour. The main part of the desk would be the countertop, and that is the Karlby countertop. It runs $249. Sorry, it's a little bit expensive, but you get a very thick and sturdy material, and it will be reliable, and it can hold a monitor like that, no problem. After that, we have our Alex drawers, and this gives you some storage space, and it also serves as the left legs of the desk. So this is $249. That will run about $89. And then on the other side, I just have regular legs. These are the Adult's legs, and I have a magnet there. These only run $4 each. So if you add that all together, you get $346. I know what you're thinking. That's crazy. That's a lot of money. 346. But it is a very nice quality desk. It's sturdy and is a good starting, like, I wouldn't say professional, but like a better quality desk than just anything you can buy from Target. My main concern with these desks is, especially if you're doing like a dual monitor setup, if you're a gamer or you just want to have more screen real estate. If you have a cheap desk, it'll start bowing in the middle. If you see here, it's a straight line across. And the bowing happens because there's a lot of weight in the center, and the desk can't support it because it's made out of like a cardboard. So this is not fully real wood, but it is a lot of real wood. So it's gonna last much longer than those desks. So if you value the things that you put on top of your desk, maybe get something nicer like the Karlby countertop here. Notice I said countertop, not desk, right? So the thing about this whole setup is, this is actually a kitchen countertop. So typically when you buy things from IKEA, it's really easy to assemble, right? You just kind of grab their hex key or maybe a screwdriver, and then you can just take whatever's in the box, put it together, you have a desk. It might take you 3 to 6 hours, but all the tools required are in the box. This right here, there's no pre-drilled holes for the legs to screw in. So these legs need a little bit of your help to get put together. So you get a drill, you pre-drill some holes and some screws, and then you can screw them in. That is one other tool that you're gonna need to buy or borrow. I borrowed my first time, and then I bought a drill for myself. On the other side, the drawers over there, they don't need to be drilled in or anything. You can just have the desk rest via gravity. It is a pretty large surface area to be able to support the left side. So don't worry about it just slipping off or anything. This thing is heavy. I'll show you how heavy it is. Oh! Okay, if you do that, it'll lift off. But one hand lift, it's not going anywhere. Solid desk, do not worry about it slipping, not going anywhere. You know, I'm an engineer and a powerlifter. I should have known that if I used both hands and then lifted with my legs, I would be able to lift the countertop off of the legs and the drawers. Good thing that didn't end badly. Let's move on to the rest of the tour. All right, so next up we have these speakers right here. These are the JBL 3006P Mark II speakers. They usually run around 130 to 150 a pop, but I was somehow able to get a sale using Slick Deals for 160 or 150 for the pair. This was a year ago, and it's been my biggest deal to date. They are really nice speakers. I need speakers as well as headphones to be able to accurately monitor my audio, and these speakers just kind of double as a party speaker as well. So let's get a little sound test and let you listen to how good they'd sound. All right, I hope you're ready for this. All right, so now that my neighbors have probably called the cops on me for a noise complaint, let's talk about the very specific aspects of these speakers that make them so great. They have pretty accurate sound representation that allows me to monitor my audio, but they also have an inbuilt amplifier. And it's good because it can produce a lot more sound, especially if I'm trying to entertain guests. But it's bad because when coupled with my overclocked CPU, if I connect the cable to the back of the computer, on the note of cables, these use XLR, so you won't directly plug into your computer. You got to get some adapters from XLR to 1/4 inch to 3.5mm or something like that. I specifically have them connected XLR from the speakers to a 1/4 inch and to a 1/4 inch to 3.5mm jack right at that USB device. But the reason I have this USB device is because when I connected it directly into my computer, there was a lot of electrical noise from the overclocked CPU. I wanted to move the port away from the main CPU so that, or the main part of the CPU and motherboard that makes a lot of electrical noise, so I can get a cleaner response, especially when I'm not playing anything at all. When I first plugged it in, these monitors would make a lot of static, just all the time, whether or not something was playing. And that was pretty difficult for me to endure, so I got the USB device. So we'll hop over to this USB device. This is the Behringer UMC202HD. This allows me to have an XLR input, another XLR input, control individually the gain of each, and for my purposes, mostly I need to get the speakers connected into that. I can control the phones, which is just the sound output. But what I like about that device right there is I can connect an XLR mic directly into the USB device to be able to record directly into programs such as Adobe Audition, Adobe Premiere, or just use a really nice mic and use for games. It's excessive and I like to have nice quality, all right? That device is really useful. So I almost forgot to mention that beyond the speakers, I have headphones as well. I use the Sennheiser HD58X from Massdrop. Those are amazing for the price. I think they run $150 on Massdrop, but you can get them for around 100 used. And they're very, very accurate headphones that really let me hear the instruments the way the musician intended them to be heard. And it's not too bass heavy, which is fun, but it gets exhausting sometimes. You just listen to thump, thump, and thump. I love hearing it. I love using it, and they're open back, so they're very good for spatial awareness, especially if you're using it playing a shooter game. And they're also good for my fiance because she can talk to me when I'm busy doing something and I can actually hear her. Closed back headphones, you can't hear outside, so it's a drawback. And I have it on this headphone stand, which I'll link in the description below, but it allows me to just drop the headphones below my desk rather than on the desk, reducing the clutter. And speaking of clutter, my cable management isn't the best, please ignore it. But yeah, Sennheiser HD58X Jubilee on this headphone stand that is reversed on the bottom of my desk. Has a little cable bungee so that I can loop it through there rather than having it all hang on the floor. But yeah, that's that. Right now I have this mic over here. This is my main mic. This is the audio-technica ATR 2100. This is a USB mic, so you can connect it to any device and be able to record nice quality audio. What makes this mic stand out is that I can record audio, and if I just get up real close to this right here, like to talk into it like this, I can get amazingly clear audio, podcast level, radio level quality. And that's why I got it, because my house has high ceilings and wood floor, so sound bounces off the walls and reverberates, and it just doesn't sound as clean. And rather than sound treat up like 15 feet to the second floor, it's much easier to just get a different mic. It is a dynamic microphone, so it picks up very close to it like this. And if you go further away, it won't pick it up as well, but it eliminates a lot of noise. So it can eliminate AC noise, electrical hum. Even my dog walking on the floor in the middle of my recordings can eliminate that too. So this mic right here, coming at only around $70 on sale, is a great buy. And I also use it with games because why not? I already have it anyway, right? So the microphone is mounted on an onstage suspension mount. This eliminates the noise from when you move the mic around. Sometimes I'm just gonna move it real quick so that it gets out of the way, especially if I'm trying to play games, kind of gets on the screen. So I can move it around. It's very affordable on Amazon. I've been using the newer suspension arm for 1.5 years or so, and it's been amazing. does everything that I need, and it's lasted this long. Rode has a lot more expensive options, and they are higher quality, and if you're moving your equipment around a lot or you're putting heavier mics on it, I would recommend those. But especially with the ATR 2100, it's pretty light, so I don't want to spend the money on something more expensive just yet. I'm still kind of testing the waters on whether or not I need something like that. One day I'll upgrade to the Rode when this falls apart. For a year and a half, and the affordable price that you can find by clicking the link in the description below, can't be beat. And how could I not address the elephant in the room, which is the big monitor I have on this behind me right there. So that monitor back there is the LG UM88C. It is a 34-inch, 60 Hertz, flat, ultra-wide monitor. And I really like it because it gives me more real estate without having to have two monitors, which kind of not possible having the monitors flanking the sides of my desk. I really like the aesthetic of having just one single ultra-wide monitor rather than two single monitors, because I don't like the bezel in the middle. It's purely an aesthetic and preferential decision, but I really like the look of having just one monitor in the middle. Of course, you can go with more expensive monitors, but this one giving me the 60 Hertz, which is good enough, 1440p resolution, which gives me more real estate, high color reproduction from the IPS display, and being flat, I prefer that over anything else on the market, especially for the price point of, I paid only $370 on sale for it. An equivalent gaming monitor would run $700, an equivalent curved version would run anywhere from $500 to $650. Really not my cup of tea to spend that much on the monitor, especially when this does the job. That monitor I highly recommend. And I have it on an Amazon Basics arm, which allows me to get full range of motion, and I'll show you what I can do with it now. So I can move it up. This is above the ergonomic eye level, but you can if you want. Move it down if you're shorter. You can also move it out, you can rotate it. You can put it up, turn it this way as well. Really, really useful. And it really is surprising quality for something from Amazon. You can buy more expensive ones, but this one does the job. It's higher quality, or it's pretty high quality for what it is. It's probably made in the same factories as your more expensive arms. So I highly recommend looking at Amazon first if it fits your needs. For a single monitor arm, this has done the job amazingly well. It never sags. My cheaper monoprice monitor arms ended up sagging, and I always have to move it around, adjust it, screw it again. It was a headache. So now we move to the main part of the desk that I interact with the most. We have a glorious XXL desk mat. It's pretty standard. It just allows me to have a bigger space to move my keyboard and my mouse around together in a unit without having to move two separate mats. Having the keyboard on the desk mat also helps with the acoustics, so I like that as well. This right here is a standard height wrist rest, foam, mesh, soft, comfortable. I like the stealth version because the logo is muted. It's a black logo. And let's talk about this mouse right here, the G305 mouse. This mouse right here is one of my favorite mice of 2019. It may be an older design, but this is the same kind of shape as the Logitech G Pro Wireless, which is, let's check how much this costs real quick. So the G Pro Wireless is $150. Oh my God, like some things are too expensive. This mouse is the same shape. It's a little bit heavier, but there is a mod that you can do to it. If you look right here, you can take off the bottom plate. It takes AA batteries, but you can actually put a AAA battery in here, reducing the weight, especially if you use a rechargeable lithium ion rather than alkaline. And you can put a piece of foil in there and just use that to kind of bridge the gap between the smaller battery and the thing, the spring, the thing that takes the battery. Now you have a really light mouse, very similar to the weight of the G Pro Wireless. One of the drawbacks of this mouse is that the buttons on the side don't sound great. They don't feel great, they're a little bit mushy, but for saving $100, it's a sacrifice I'm willing to make. Especially with the mod, I get a really light mouse that is great for gaming, and it's hard not to recommend this mouse. The other competitors in the high-end gaming mouse or the industry, like Razer is coming out with a really nice mice, but they're all still over $100. And if you really play a lot of FPS games, you can appreciate the technology that goes into it, great. But if you just want a small light mouse that you can use the claw grip while gaming, the G305 at this price point is hard to beat. And now we move to the favorite part, my favorite part of my desk setup, which is my keyboard. So this keyboard is in the custom mechanical keyboard world. This is the E65 by Exclusive, my favorite keyboard to date. It's a plastic polycarbonate case with RGB underglow and allows you to see the colors all the way through. And it has the GMK Red Samurai keycaps. These are really high quality Sharp Legend colorful keycaps, and it's a burgundy with a gold and black. I just love the aesthetic of it, and I have a custom USB-C aviator cable made by Cup Cables, which is in another video that I'll link above. This is a black cable with white X's and clear tech flex. And let's just give you a quick little look at the products here with the lights off. Look at that. I've been rolling around on this the entire video, and I neglected to talk about my chair. So that is the Herman Miller Cosm in the blue color, the blue-green color, I forgot what it's called. But it is not the most affordable chair, but it's a chair that I really love using because of the comfort and the ergonomics. I can sit, I can lean back, I don't have to adjust anything. It's really important for people to spend some money on the things that kind of ground them. What I mean by that is don't skimp out on money on your bed, don't skimp out on money on your tires for your car, and don't skimp on money on shoes, and especially another thing that touches the ground, the chair. I spend a lot of time sitting in a chair at work, and I'm gonna continue sitting in a chair when I get home because I'm always working on videos or doing things on the computer. So having a nice chair to really save my back and my posture is very important. So the Herman Miller Cosm chair, luckily for me, I was able to get on an auction through my company. I was able to get it for 1/5 of the retail price. Ran me about $300. And you don't need to go Herman Miller if you want a nice quality chair. Just at least move up past Office Depot. There's a lot of chair manufacturers on the market, but I really love this chair. Highly recommend it to anyone if you're in the market. So thanks for tuning in for the video. It was a long video, but I hope you enjoyed the explanation of the most commonly seen desk on the Battlestation subreddit. The IKEA made desk, that's not really an IKEA desk at all. It is a countertop with legs on it. I hope you enjoyed my little tour of my desk as well. Just wanted to show a few of the products that help me be more comfortable while gaming, help me be more comfortable while being productive and making videos, and perhaps you see a product that you're considering using for yourself. I know I ran through a lot of the products quickly, but I really wanted to kind of just give you a brief little overview of the things I use. If you have any specific questions on any of the items, feel free to comment in the comment section below, and I'll answer to the best of my ability. If you want to nerd out on anything, have any questions, anyway, just drop a comment and say hi. Please give me a like if you like this video. Please consider subscribing if you like this kind of content. I'm really focused on tech in every aspect of my life, and please consider clicking the notification bell to not miss any future videos. I'll be doing a lot more content on custom mechanical keyboards, but really trying to give you an affordable route to do so. Thank you for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next video.